Today, before the first human, even before the dinosaurs, even before the time axis when the continents were united, the Ice Age was experienced and the Earth turned into a ball of fire. So we're going to the beginning of the world where we were born, where we live now, and where we will die. Thank you for the subtitles, M. K. Yes, we are in that time frame when the world where you live now and where all kinds of opportunities were created for mankind has not yet formed. We are at a time before the sun's creation. Of course, you have your own ideas about whether the world was created as a result of an explosion or in 6 separate times as written in the holy books. But today, aside from this idea, we will take a journey from the moment the world was created to the present day. This world, you see, it rose from its ashes. The world is still newly formed and its surface resembles a bright red ball of flame. It will be subjected to a meteor shower coming from the remnants after the formation of the solar system. For about 20 million years. Of course, there is a reason for the meteors to pound the Earth. These are the puddles of water carried within the meteors you see. As the core of the Earth becomes magma, the surface begins to cool thanks to these small water particles. These small puddles of water that are released when they hit the Earth's surface bring down water, the first basic food for humans, to the Earth's surface in 20 million years. So the water we drink now, the water in lakes, rivers, and seas is billions of years old. Were you ever aware of this before? Did you realize that the water you waste, thinking there's plenty of it, came from the sky billions of years ago all the way to you? This is the beginning of a miracle. From this point on, the magma just below the Earth's crust, which is still a thin layer, is erupting from certain points. After the eruption, the lava cools over the oceans and hundreds, thousands of volcanic islands are formed. Our planet continues its life in this state for millions of years. As the years pass, the Earth's crust under the ocean continues to move and large land masses begin to merge with gravity. Millions of years later, this single continent is formed, the continent of Rodinia. Approximately 1.1 billion years ago, the Earth was still just made up of land and water. Our world, which somewhat resembled Mars in this state, still hadn't reached its final form. During the development of the world, over time, sometimes the excessively heated crust cracks and begins to break up the single continent. And thus, the Earth prepares the groundwork for the continents that will separate in the future. Approximately 650 million years ago from today, the still cooling Earth's surface largely reflects the sun's rays, and the world enters a very cold climate. After the sun that can't heat the world, the Earth's surface is slowly covered with ice, and this continues until it covers the whole world. Our world takes on the form known as Snowball Earth. 99% of the globe is covered with ice. Life only continues at the edges of the hot water vents at the bottom of the ocean. After thousands of years of life continuing in this way, the volcanic vents below begin to slowly break the ice. Pitch black clouds are pulling away and the Earth is warming up again. The massive glaciers covering the lands begin to melt. Thanks to the Creator, organisms clinging to life at the bottom of the oceans also constitute the beginning of biodiversity. For example, the first known animal fossil is the 700-million-year-old Ediacaran fauna. Once upon a time, it looked something like this. What you see here is the oldest fossil that has reached us from 550 million years ago. During this period, millions of years ago, when the Earth began to form a radiation shield, the first land plant, mossy tubers, began to form along the water's edge. After plants filled the world with oxygen, the world gradually became a suitable place for humans to live. Plant diversity is also increasing, and the world is hosting animals before humans. The first animals on land were created millions of years before the creation of the first human. They were the world's first owners before us. This is a type of dragonfly. This fossil, dating back 200 million years, shows us the first traces of terrestrial animals' life. The decay or breakage of some of the plants and trees on land, followed by being covered with rocks and soils over thousands of years, results in the formation of coal that we will use to heat our homes, and in industry for many years. Over time, the world hosts a liveliness that also becomes the subject of films. Dinosaurs after the Permian period. Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for about 150 million years. The word dinosaur means terrible lizard in Greek. While they were ruling the Earth, the world started to warm up again and the Earth's crust began to move. Our world looked like this during the supercontinent Pangea period. The small section on the right is Anatolia, where we live in one of the first civilizations. The Earth continues to move, and the continent of Pangea begins to slowly separate 180 million years ago, 0.98 inches per year. As the continents continued to drift apart, a great disaster was approaching for the dinosaurs, who were the rulers of the world. About 65 million years ago, the thing that would bring their estimated ultimate end today is a meteorite. As a result of the Earth's disappearance, like thousands of atomic bombs exploding, and then the sky being covered with black clouds for months, the majority of the dinosaur species disappears, and as a result of most of the plants not receiving sunlight and disappearing, the remaining dinosaurs are forced to die from hunger and poisonous gases. Ultimately, the world prepared for humans is cleared of dinosaurs 65 million years ago. Millions of years are passing. The continents are separating even more. The Earth is covered with vegetation, and the world is ready for humanity. Was mankind suddenly created or did it evolve? That's a completely different video topic. For now, we're just going to that period when humans existed. Humanity is in the stage of getting to know the Earth. They have to adapt to live and hunt. Civilization does not exist yet. Most people live in caves. When there is no food left, they migrate. These migrations are sometimes done collectively, sometimes in parts. In this way, mankind is spreading to many parts of the world. Later, man discovered fire. Inventions followed in succession. And finally, he found civilization. The world has been subjected to acid rain many times. It was covered with ice, remained under the ashes, and was tested with fire, until it carried mankind to the surface and was ready for him. This is a journey that extends to the existence of this world from nothingness. This was the origin story of our world.